Hey, my lovelies, I hope you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Wednesday's Facebook card reveals for you all. So, if you've been drawn to card one, we're going into the energies of the Two of Wands. Now, Two of Wands is almost like looking out to sort of the world around you and really focusing on what you want to sort of experience, what you want from your life. How do you want your life to be? And it's about kind of putting that energy into ignition almost, you know. It's not just having a hope or a dream or a goal, it's finding a way to move something into like physical reality, into physical realization. And it's often seen as a time to sort of step out of our comfort zone. So maybe some of you are, it's not so much like daydreaming, but maybe you have ideas and thoughts and feelings and things you would love to discover, but maybe there's this feeling of like nothing's really sitting, or nothing's really happening, or nothing's really coming good. And it's not going to come together if you just sort of sit and daydream and wonder. So we've got this kind of person sitting in the card, and so this Pictation, like I said, is the Badass Tarot, so it's a little bit raunchy at times. So we have this person, and he's got this thought and pattern of like wanting this, in this particular card, a gay romance is being shown in his mind. You know, but if he's just going to sit there, and if nothing's going to manifest, if he's not going to connect with anybody, essentially he's never going to get what he seeks. So that's the Pictation of this card, but it doesn't mean you guys are going to have gay romance. What it means is whatever you're fantasizing about in your thoughts in your mind, it's finding a way to move forward, to step out of your fear, to step out of your insecurities, to step out of your comfort zone, and to turn your dreams into reality. But if you forever just sit and wonder, they're never going to manifest, you know. So this is really encouraging you to stay grounded, to stay anchored, and it's giving yourself permission to sort of actually step out of your comfort zone, to access, to have the things that you truly want to discover, the things that you truly want to be part of. Because this is the thing, you know, it's like almost the message I'm getting a lot from Spirit at the moment for people is like, at what point are we actually going to be living? What point are you going to give yourself permission to live as opposed to just exist? And sometimes when we've been in this Two of Wands energy, we've been sort of daydreaming and fantasizing so much about what we want, but it's like, when are we going to actually have the realization? When are we going to have the reality? And, you know, I think it's important that any dream is possible. It's mind over matter. So even if something feels like it's quite outrageous, or it's never going to materialize, or it's never going to come good, the mind knows no limitations. It's only what we choose to restrict ourselves with. So if there is something you want to achieve or you want to experience, it's conquesting it in your mind, mind over matter, and then finding a way to bring it into physical realization. So this is planning, this is looking forward to the future, but it's accessing the future. It's almost activating the energy of what you seek, of what you want. So it's time to not just dream big, it's time to get out there and physically turn these things into reality, into realization. Now then, as we're moving into card number 2, I did tell you that these cards are quite quirky. We're going into the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, I like the Pictation of this because it's quite kind of comical, it makes me laugh. And it's definitely right in the sense of family. With the sort of spaceship above, we can't always choose our family, and sometimes we question, are these actually mine? Are we actually related? But anyway, Ten of Cups is the happy family card of the tarot. What I really feel the message is with this particular card, Ten of Cups as a rule is just enjoying. It's just about fun, laughter, celebration, good times, banter, enjoying the people that you have around you, enjoying that love. And family is not always blood related. So some of your friendship circles potentially could be great family members. Again, your animals. You know, this week's episode on our Never Cross a Witch Bitch podcast is all about the power and the magic of our sort of furry friends, and the love and the spirituality that they bring forward. So, you know, pets are massively important as much as people, maybe even more so in some cases. But Ten of Cups is about just living in gratitude, living in that sense and that vibration of loving the people around you unconditionally, whether it's bloodline family, whether it's kids, whether it's pets and animals, whether it's friends, whether it's a spiritual tribe of people, people that maybe you actually have a connection with online, but maybe you've never actually met in person. It's whoever is under your umbrella of family, and these people that actually you love to have that connection, you love to have that interaction with, that just make you feel loved. They make you feel safe, they make you feel valued, they make you feel heard and seen. So Ten of Cups is always seen as like the happy family card of the tarot, and it's just feeling lucky, feeling blessed to have those connections. And it's living in that sense of like abundance, so not having to put pressure, not having to put expectation on anything or anyone, just enjoying that unconditional love and that connection for what it is, you know. So yeah, it's a time to really celebrate and value the people, the love that's around you. It may be as well, if you've lost people to the spirit world, you potentially maybe are really feeling the memories, the grief, the connections of those people. And again, maybe it's about remembering and recognizing the love that's still very much present and still very much alive, that comes in from spirit as well. It's not just necessarily the people down on the physical earth, it's those loved ones that are still walking, are still connecting with you from spirit world. And finally, if you've been drawn to card number 3, a couple of aspects with this card. Okay, so this is like sort of set out as almost, I don't know if you can see this, I'm going to put that in a bit closer. Sort of set out as like a sort of like a Tinder situation here. And it just says at the top, it's a match. It's the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a connection card. It's a relationship card. And what I think is quite funny with this is like, sorry, I was distracted by the picture there. Like, they were just making me laugh. So Two of Cups, connection card. If you're with a partner already, maybe you guys need to have a few more date nights. Maybe you need to have a bit more connection time. Maybe there's been a lot of hard work or ships passing in the night, and maybe you haven't been able to sort of connect in the ways that you would usually like to. If you're single, then this is usually like new friendships forging and forming. It could well be that there's going to be a new love interest or a new love connection that comes in. If that happens, make sure you're valued, make sure you're respected, make sure you're seen for yourself in the right ways, but do open up and explore. Even if there's a bit of protection and a bit of guarded energy, let enough energy in where you can explore where that connection starts to go, because it could well be that there could be a great love interest or a great love connection that kind of comes forward. And give people a chance as well, because I know the pictation on this card is like keep swiping, but sometimes we actually have to get to know a person and not just base it on looks and other stuff, you know. So give yourself permission to actually really connect with somebody if you're in that stage of being single. Occasionally this card can again represent sort of you know, the love that you've held with somebody that's no longer physically here. So maybe some of you that are sort of being drawn to this card are maybe now widowed, and maybe there is a beautiful sort of partner that resides into the world of spirit, and it's still remembering that love, that magic, and the fact that they walk this earth with you. But also, if new connections happen around you and you're, you know, widowed, the message I get from spirit over and over again is they want people to be happy. They want people to be able to move forward and to allow a new connection in. So your loved ones wouldn't want you suffering. They wouldn't want you living in persecution. So if something naturally happens, you know, that you're not even looking for, because sometimes the best people come into our life when we're not looking for them, you're allowed to have that connection. So it's connections on all levels, friendships leading into maybe a romantic space. Interesting, with obviously Valentine's Day coming up very soon, very shortly. But yeah, connections, matters of the heart, allowing love in. There's a real theme with these cards of love at the moment, whether it's like with the first card, love of like experiences and what you're wanting to do, love of family and friends, and love on that intimacy level, intimacy in terms of like physical, like sexual, but intimacy of mind as well. All of that energy coming in. So I hope you can make sense of these. I'm going to leave the messages with you. Just a couple of cheeky shouts to say that tomorrow night, Thursday, I'm going to be over in Colour and Crystals in Trowbridge. I have one space left at 8:30. If you're wanting a last minute in private reading with me face to face, drop Joe a message at the shop and we can get that booked in. It's £35 for half an hour session. And then on Saturday, I'm going to be over in Hungerford for a sellout day of reads, which I'm very excited for that. Just want to say as well, I'm not going to go too into it, but I've got some stuff going on behind the scenes in my personal life, which is quite stressful at the moment, and it means that there are the odd occasions. It's not really going to affect the in-person stuff. it's probably going to affect the Zoom sessions the most, you know. So from time to time for the next sort of 3 months, there may be times when I'm having to sort of cancel sessions or redate sessions or ask if people can do their sessions maybe later in the day. That might happen, that might be a reality. And if we can't obviously reschedule to a convenient time, refunds will always be offered. I've had to do it actually today with a client because something came up that was unavoidable and we couldn't find another suitable time for both of us, so I just had to honour the refund. And I'm just putting this out there, not in a rude way. I am a person first. My mediumship and the services that I offer, they're a massive part of my life. It is my career, it is my job. They're secondary. I'm a person first. And I have some stuff going on behind the scenes that for the next couple of months could be a little bit intrusive. So I'm not going to go into it because it's really only my business and it only affects the people that it affects, but I'm just putting it out there. But thank you very much for all the love and the support. I will catch up with you lovelies very soon. Keep shining bright, and I will see you all soon. And I hope the messages this week make a bit of sense. Take care, much love, bye for now.